Captain Daeho Kim stood on the bridge of the human warship Daehan, his eyes scanning the endless darkness of space. The ship was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. It glimmered with quiet power, its stealth shields hiding it from sensors that even the most advanced empires used. He ran his hand over the control panel, feeling the energy that pulsed beneath his fingertips. Beside him, Lieutenant Sumin Park adjusted the navigation, her focus unwavering. The crew moved silently around the bridge, each member knowing their role. Humans had spent decades perfecting this fleet in secret, far from the prying eyes of the Galactic Empire. Now, the Daehan was ready to leave Earth's orbit for the first time on a deep space mission. The goal was simple: explore, learn, and send a message to the galaxy that humans were no longer a primitive species to ignore. "Captain, entering the outer rim sectors now," Sumin said, her voice calm but filled with excitement. Daeho nodded. "Maintain stealth. We cannot be seen until we reach the Empire's borders." The Galactic Empire had long believed Earth was a backwater planet with little technological progress. Their surveys had never detected human advances, and the Council of Elders had laughed at reports of human innovation. The humans of Earth were underestimated, and that underestimation would become their greatest advantage. In the council chambers, thousands of light years away, Admiral Kiro and his advisors reviewed the Outer Rim patrol reports. Kiro frowned at the empty sensor readings. "No disturbances. The sectors are secure. Earth remains distant and irrelevant," he said. The counselors nodded, content with the Empire's supposed dominance. Back on the Daehan, the crew prepared for the unknown. Engineer Min-Suk Lee monitored the energy outputs, ensuring that the ship's stealth systems remained operational. "Everything is stable, Captain. No emissions detected from our signature," he reported. Daeho allowed himself a small smile. The humans had achieved something the galaxy would never expect. They had built a warship capable of striking fear into the hearts of civilizations that had never even seen them. Yet, for now, silence was their ally. Every jump, every maneuver had to be precise. The ship moved through space, passing asteroid fields and nebula clouds. Each obstacle was a test of the crew's skill and the ship's capabilities. Sumin guided the Daehan through the narrowest gaps, her hands steady on the controls. "No signs of detection, Captain. We are still invisible," she reported. As they approached the edge of the known galaxy, Daeho gathered the senior officers. "Remember, our mission is observation first. We will record everything we see. Engagement is only if absolutely necessary. We want the galaxy to know humans are strong, but we do not want to provoke unnecessary conflict." The crew nodded. They understood the weight of their responsibility. Earth had entrusted them with a secret, and failure was not an option. The galaxy might one day fear humans, but for now, they needed to act with caution and intelligence. Meanwhile, the Empire's surveillance arrays continued to scan the outer rim. Sensors picked up faint anomalies, but most were dismissed as cosmic radiation or minor energy fluctuations. The human warship, cloaked in stealth technology, moved undetected. This silent approach was the first step in a campaign that would shock the galaxy. In the crew quarters, Communications Officer Hyejin Kim reviewed the fleet's protocols. "If we are discovered, our tactics must be swift and precise. The Empire will respond with overwhelming force, but we are ready." She glanced at the holographic displays, showing possible fleet configurations and attack strategies. Daeho looked out at the vast emptiness of space. He felt a mixture of pride and anxiety. Humanity had come far, but the journey ahead would test them in ways they had never imagined. The galaxy was not prepared for humans, and perhaps that was the humans' greatest advantage. Hours passed in quiet tension as the Daehan continued its journey. Outside, stars streaked past as the ship jumped between sectors, each jump bringing them closer to the heart of the Empire. The crew remained vigilant, each aware that discovery could mean death. Yet, excitement pulsed through the ship, an unspoken bond among those chosen for this historic mission. Suddenly, the sensors picked up a faint energy pulse. Sumin called it out immediately. "Captain, unknown signature detected. It's distant but approaching quickly." Daeho leaned forward. Maintain course and continue stealth. Do not engage unless necessary. We are here to observe, not to fight. The days blurred into nights, though there were no days or nights in space. The crew took shifts, ensuring the ship ran smoothly. Engineers monitored power levels. Weapons systems remained ready but inactive, and the navigation team calculated safe trajectories through asteroid belts and uncharted territories. Min-suk approached Daeho quietly. Captain, energy levels from our engines are holding steady. We could accelerate if needed. Daeho nodded. Good. Keep that in mind. Our advantage lies not just in stealth, but in speed and strategy. As the Daehan approached the border of the Empire's influence, the stars seemed to thicken, as if the galaxy itself was preparing for something monumental. Unknown to the humans, the Council and their fleet were beginning to sense irregularities. Admiral Kiro noticed the first real signs of anomalies on his consoles. "Report," he barked at the technician. "Sir, there is an unidentified warship signature approaching the outer rim. It's unlike anything we have seen before." Kiro's eyes widened. "Impossible. That system should be empty. Alert the fleet. We need to investigate immediately." Back on the Daehan, Daeho and his crew remained unaware of the panic their presence had begun to cause. They continued forward, disciplined and focused, ready for the challenges ahead. The humans were about to make history, but they did not yet know how close the galaxy was to discovering them. The silence of space continued, broken only by the quiet hum of the Daehan's engines. The crew prepared for whatever lay ahead, united in their purpose. Earth had sent its best, and the galaxy would soon learn that humans were not to be underestimated. The calm before the storm was ending, and humanity was ready to step onto the galactic stage. The Galactic Empire sensors had finally picked up the faint traces of something moving at the edge of their borders. Admiral Kiro stared at the console, disbelief etched on his face. "It cannot be a human warship," he muttered. His aides exchanged nervous glances. No one in the Empire had expected humans to reach this level of technology. The Council had dismissed them for centuries, thinking Earth too primitive to pose any threat. Far away, Captain Daeho Kim remained unaware of the stir his presence was causing. The Daehan glided silently through the outer rim, its stealth technology keeping it invisible. Lieutenant Sumin Park monitored the sensors, her eyes narrowing at the unusual readings. "Captain, we're approaching the Empire's border systems. They may detect us soon," she said. Daeho nodded, understanding the delicate balance of their mission. The crew prepared for the possibility of detection. Engineer Min-suk Lee checked the engines, ensuring optimal performance, while Communications Officer Hyejin Kim reviewed protocols for possible contact. Every member knew that discovery could lead to battle, and the humans were ready to use strategy and skill to survive. Admiral Kiro called an emergency meeting in the Empire's Central Command. "We have a signature approaching that defies our records. Dispatch scouts immediately. I want confirmation of what this is," he ordered. The counselors looked uneasy. They had never considered that humans might reach this far into space with such capabilities. Their assumptions about Earth's technological inferiority were being challenged. Back on the Daehan, the crew maintained focus. "We have to move carefully," Daeho said, addressing his officers. "If we are detected, we must not panic. We must remain calm and use our technology wisely. We are humans. The galaxy underestimates us, and that is our strength." Sumin nodded, and the crew returned to their stations, alert and ready. As the Daehan approached the outermost patrol systems, Empire scouts detected anomalies. They reported the readings to Kiro, who could hardly believe the reports. "Prepare the fleet," he said. "We may have to intercept this human ship before it reaches critical areas." Orders went out to the nearest warships. The humans had entered a territory the Empire considered secure, and this breach demanded action. On board the Daehan, tension was building. Sensors picked up faint transmissions from the Empire's fleets, but the stealth systems kept them hidden. Sumin analyzed the data, formulating possible paths to avoid detection. "Captain, they are searching the surrounding systems. We need to move through the nebula to avoid scanners, she advised. Daeho agreed, and Minsuk adjusted the engines for precise maneuvering. The human crew felt a quiet pride. Earth had prepared them for this moment, training generations in science, engineering, and tactics. The galaxy had mocked humanity for being weak, but now, humans were proving that cleverness, courage, and teamwork could overcome seemingly impossible odds. The Daehan moved like a shadow, silent and unseen, through regions controlled by a mighty empire. Admiral Kiro's fleet approached the coordinates, warships moving in formation, weapons ready. Their scanners were overwhelmed by the lack of signatures, causing confusion. How is it possible they are not showing on the sensors? One officer asked. Kiro's face hardened. They must be hiding. Increase scanning intensity and prepare to intercept immediately. The tension in the command room was palpable. The Empire had never encountered such stealth technology. Back on the Daehan, Daeho reviewed tactical options with his officers. If we are discovered, we must engage only when necessary. Our goal is observation and demonstration of capability, not destruction, he said. Hygiene Kim adjusted communication arrays to ensure that any transmission from the Empire could be analyzed for weaknesses. Sumin guided the ship through a dense nebula, its swirling clouds providing cover. Minsuk monitored energy levels to maintain stealth while maximizing speed. The crew moved like a single organism, working in perfect coordination. They were a small team in a vast galaxy, but their training and ingenuity made them a formidable force. The Empire's fleet struggled to track the Daehan. Sensors picked up brief fluctuations, but every scan failed to reveal the ship's true location. Kiro grew frustrated. This is unacceptable. How can a single ship evade all our detection? He demanded. His officers scrambled to find solutions, but the human stealth technology and clever maneuvers kept them a step ahead. Inside the Daehan, Daeho addressed the crew. We are not here to conquer. We are here to show that humans are capable and determined. Our presence will be a warning and a signal. The galaxy will remember this day. The crew understood the weight of the moment. They had been entrusted with Earth's secret, and the success of the mission depended on discipline, courage, and intelligence. As hours passed, the humans maneuvered deeper into the Empire's outer systems. Sensors detected increasing activity, signs that the Empire was aware of an intruder, though not its identity. Sumin reported, "They are searching, but we remain undetected. Their response will grow, Captain, but we are ready." Daeho nodded silently. The Daehan glided past patrol stations, asteroid belts, and space anomalies, testing both the crew's skill and the ship systems. Each obstacle was handled with precision. Minsuk monitored energy outputs, adjusting power to engines and shields, ensuring the ship remained invisible. Hygiene kept communication channels silent but prepared, ready to intercept any signal that might reveal the Empire's plans. Back at the Empire's command, panic began to spread. Fleet commanders debated the best way to confront the unknown human warship. Kiro realized that the humans were far more advanced than anticipated. Send reinforcements to the borders. Prepare for full engagement if necessary, he ordered, but even as he spoke, uncertainty lingered in the room. The humans had shown capabilities beyond anything the Empire had prepared for. The Daehan's crew continued forward, aware that discovery could happen at any moment. They trusted their technology, training, and each other. They had crossed light years of space to demonstrate human skill and perseverance. Captain Daeho felt a surge of determination. Humans had come far, and the galaxy would soon learn that they were not to be underestimated. Suddenly, sensors picked up a distant energy surge. Sumin alerted the captain. "Captain, multiple warships are moving toward our last known coordinates. They are scanning aggressively now." Daeho's expression remained calm. "Maintain stealth. Do not engage unless necessary. The moment will come when we can show our strength." As the Daehan continued its silent approach, the crew felt a mix of tension and excitement. Every crew member understood the importance of their mission. Humans had quietly reached a point where they could challenge even the most powerful galactic empires, using intelligence, courage, and unity. The calm before the storm was ending, and the galaxy would soon feel the impact of Earth's first true warship in deep space. The Galactic Empire's fleet moved cautiously through the outer rim, warships scanning for the mysterious intruder that had bypassed all sensors. Admiral Kiro watched the screens, tension in his posture. Every indication suggested a human presence, something the Empire had long ignored. "How can a single ship evade us so easily?" he demanded. His officers struggled to provide answers. Captain Daeho Kim aboard the Daehan knew the Empire's fleet was aware of some anomaly, but they had yet to detect his ship. He gathered his officers. "We must remain calm. Observation first. Defense only if attacked," he said. The crew nodded, understanding the high stakes. The humans had the advantage of preparation, stealth, and clever tactics. Lieutenant Sumin Park adjusted the ship's course, guiding it through asteroid clusters and gas clouds. "They are sending ships in every direction, but we are still unseen," she reported. Daeho smiled faintly. Humanity's stealth technology was unmatched, and the Empire's arrogance would be their undoing. Engineer Min-Suk Lee monitored the energy systems, ensuring that the Daehan's stealth shields remained active. "All systems nominal. We can sustain this course for days," he reported. Communications Officer Hyejin Kim prepared arrays to capture any transmissions from the Empire. Knowledge was power, and the humans intended to gather every bit. Meanwhile, the Empire's fleet began to form a blockade. Sensor readings showed brief energy fluctuations, each dismissed as false signals until patterns emerged. "Prepare all weapons and shields," Kiro ordered. "If we find them, we strike immediately." Despite their preparation, unease filled the ranks. The humans had moved far beyond the Empire's expectations. The Daehan approached a sector near the Empire's capital systems. The vastness of space gave Daeho confidence, but he knew that detection could come at any moment. "Keep to the plan," he reminded the crew. "We are here to observe and demonstrate our abilities. We are humans, clever and united. The galaxy will remember us." Sumin maneuvered the ship into a dense nebula, taking advantage of its natural interference to mask their position. "This should keep them searching elsewhere for a while," she said. Daeho nodded. Every move was calculated, combining technology, strategy, and human ingenuity. The Empire dispatched scouts and smaller frigates to investigate the anomalies. Their sensors briefly caught glimpses of the Daehan, but each scan failed to lock on. Kiro slammed his fist against the console. "Impossible! How can they evade detection with such skill?" he shouted. Officers scrambled to adjust settings, but the humans' advanced stealth kept them hidden. On board the Daehan, tension and excitement coexisted. The crew knew they were on the brink of revealing humans' true capabilities. "Captain, they are concentrating a fleet near the next jump point," Sumin reported. Daeho reviewed options. "We will observe. If engaged, we use strategy, not brute force. Stay ready." Min-Suk adjusted the engines to maximize stealth while maintaining speed. "We can evade their fleet if necessary," he said. Hyejin listened carefully to incoming communications, decoding patterns and transmission types. Every piece of information brought humans closer to understanding the Empire's strengths and weaknesses. Suddenly, scanners picked up a large fleet converging. The Empire had finally assembled a strike group. Daeho called his officers. "This is the moment. We must demonstrate our ability without unnecessary destruction. Show them that humans cannot be underestimated." The crew prepared, hearts steady and minds focused. The first ships of the Empire's fleet came into view, massive dreadnoughts bristling with weapons. The Daehan remained cloaked, moving silently among the stars. Sumin calculated paths, weaving through asteroid fields and nebula clouds to stay out of weapon range. "They are powerful but slow. We have the advantage," she said. The Empire's fleet fired scans repeatedly, hoping to reveal the Daehan. Each attempt failed. Kiro's frustration grew. "Increase energy output to the scanners. They cannot hide forever," he ordered. The humans watched and waited, ready to respond but not yet engaging. Strategy was their strength, not raw aggression. Hours passed in tense anticipation. The Daehan moved undetected, capturing vital data on the Empire's fleet positions, communication methods, and tactical formations. Every calculation reinforced humanity's reputation for ingenuity and skill. Daeho reminded the crew, "Our presence alone is a statement. They will remember this day." The Empire's fleet began to disperse slightly, uncertain and confused. Kiro realized that the humans' technology and tactics were beyond anything his fleet had faced. "Prepare for all outcomes," he warned his officers. The humans' warship had revealed a weakness in their assumptions and forced the Empire to reconsider its dominance. Inside the Daehan, Minsuk monitored energy and power levels, making sure the ship could handle any sudden confrontation. Hygiene continued decoding enemy transmissions. Sumin navigated with precision, ensuring the ship remained invisible even as the Empire's fleet searched aggressively. Each crew member played a vital role, combining their efforts into a single force greater than any individual skill. As night fell over the uncharted sectors, the Daehan approached a major patrol node. The humans were getting closer to the heart of the Empire, unseen but fully aware of the danger. Daeho stood on the bridge, looking at the endless expanse. The galaxy will learn that humans are clever, patient, and brave. We do not need numbers to be a force to be reckoned with. The Empire scrambled faster ships to intercept, but the Daehan's stealth and agility kept it safe. Every move was calculated to maximize observation and minimize risk. The humans were proving that their species could challenge even the most advanced civilizations with intelligence, creativity, and courage. Suddenly, a warning flashed on the sensors. The Empire had focused a group of ships directly ahead, preparing to engage if they could detect the warship. Sumin calculated evasive maneuvers. "We can pass without being seen, Captain," she said. Daeho nodded. The crew executed the plan flawlessly, moving through the patrols without triggering alarms. Admiral Kiro watched the screens as the fleet sensors failed to locate the Daehan. His officers were in shock. "How can one ship evade so many?" he demanded. The humans' presence had created confusion and doubt in the Empire's command. For the first time, the counselors began questioning their own assumptions about Earth. The Daehan continued its silent journey, gathering data, evading detection, and preparing for the eventual confrontation that would demonstrate humans' true capabilities. Captain Daeho addressed his officers, pride in his voice. "We have shown the first signs of what humans can achieve. This is only the beginning. Stay vigilant. The galaxy will soon understand our strength and our resolve." As the ship moved deeper into the Empire systems, the tension grew. The crew knew that discovery was inevitable, but they were ready. Humans were underestimated, clever, and brave. The Daehan was proof that Earth's people could challenge the galaxy itself, not with sheer numbers, but with intelligence, strategy, and unity. The moment was coming when the humans would shock the Empire and announce their arrival in a way no one could ignore. The Galactic Council convened in urgency, voices echoing through the Grand Chamber as members debated the unprecedented situation. Admiral Kiro stood before them, a mixture of frustration and fear on his face. "A human warship has entered our territory," he announced. Murmurs filled the room. For centuries, Earth had been dismissed as a backwater planet, a primitive world of little consequence. Now that assumption had been shattered. Counselor Sunwoo Lee shook his head. "How could humans develop such technology without detection? It is impossible. They have evaded all sensors, all fleets, and now threaten the outer rim." His words stirred unease among the counselors. The humans had proven capable of outsmarting the Empire and bypassing centuries of security. Meanwhile, aboard the Daehan, Captain Daeho Kim and his officers prepared for the next stage of their mission. "We have reached the critical sectors," Daeho said, his voice calm. "Observation remains our priority. We will gather intelligence and demonstrate humanity's capabilities without unnecessary conflict." Lieutenant Sumin Park adjusted the course, guiding the ship through asteroid fields and nebulae, ensuring stealth while maintaining speed. Engineer Min-Suk Lee monitored the engines and shields. All systems stable. We can sustain stealth indefinitely, Captain. Communications Officer Hygiene Kim intercepted faint transmissions from the Empire's fleets, decoding patterns and analyzing movement. Every piece of information strengthened humanity's understanding of the Empire and their ability to respond strategically. The Council in the Empire grew more anxious. Plans were proposed and discarded as uncertainty spread. Admiral Kiro recommended immediate engagement, but political factions within the Council debated the consequences. Could a single human warship really pose such a threat? Could the outer colonies begin to question the Empire's authority? Doubt began to take root. Back on the Daehan, Daeho briefed the crew. The galaxy is observing us as much as we observe them. Every action, every maneuver, sends a message. We must be precise and disciplined. Humanity is showing its strength and intelligence. We are not here to conquer, but to be recognized. The crew nodded, their resolve unwavering. Sumin navigated the ship through dense regions of space, using asteroid belts and radiation fields to mask their approach. The humans moved silently, unseen, yet fully aware of the surrounding danger. Each member played a vital role, their skills combining into a seamless operation that outmatched even the Empire's advanced fleets. On the Council side, Admiral Kiro monitored the situation closely. Despite deploying numerous fleets to intercept or locate the Daehan, the humans remained elusive. Prepare contingency measures, Kiro ordered. If they are discovered, we must be ready for rapid engagement. Do not underestimate them. The Council members began to see that humans were more than just a primitive species. They were clever, adaptive, and brave. Inside the Daehan, the crew felt the tension rise. Sensors detected faint energy spikes from distant fleets, indicating that the Empire was intensifying their search. Sumin calculated paths to evade detection, while Minsuk ensured that the ship's power output remained within stealth parameters. Hygiene monitored all communications, ready to intercept and analyze any enemy signal. Every member knew the importance of discipline and precision. Captain Daeho spoke to the crew, his tone calm but commanding. We have made our presence known through subtlety. Now we continue to gather intelligence. Our actions will speak louder than any weapon. Humanity's ingenuity and courage are our greatest assets. The crew worked silently, each aware of the monumental responsibility they carried. The Empire's fleet continued to scramble. Confusion spread as sensor scans repeatedly failed to locate the humans. Counselors debated strategies, some calling for diplomacy, others advocating an aggressive strike. The humans had disrupted centuries of complacency, forcing the Empire to reconsider their assumptions. The outer colonies watched closely, curiosity and fear growing in equal measure. The Daehan moved closer to the Empire's critical systems, still undetected but fully aware of the surrounding patrols. Sumin guided the ship through a nebula, using natural interference to mask any traces. Minsuk monitored the engines, adjusting output to maintain speed without compromising stealth. Hygiene continued to intercept transmissions, gathering data that would be invaluable for humanity's understanding of galactic power structures. Captain Daeho addressed the crew. Our mission is working. The galaxy is beginning to notice us, and the human strength is evident. We are proving that intelligence, courage, and unity can overcome even the most formidable foes. The crew exchanged determined looks, understanding that their mission was both a demonstration and a warning. As the Daehan moved deeper into the Empire's territory, tension continued to rise. The Council debated, fleets repositioned, and the humans remained unseen but effective. Every maneuver sent a message. Humans were not to be underestimated. The calm before the storm was ending, and the galaxy was beginning to recognize the potential of Earth's people. Suddenly, communications intercepted by Hygiene revealed the Empire's plans to concentrate fleets near the Daehan's location. Captain, they are organizing a large strike group, she said. Daeho nodded. Maintain stealth. Observation remains our priority. We are showing our strength not through violence, but through strategy and presence. The crew adjusted course, evading detection while positioning themselves for maximum intelligence gathering. Admiral Kiro grew increasingly frustrated. The humans' warship had not only evaded all detection but had also forced the Council to reconsider long-held beliefs. Doubt and fear spread among the Empire's ranks. The humans' stealth, intelligence, and courage had disrupted centuries of assumed dominance. Inside the Daehan, Captain Daeho addressed the crew. Our presence has shaken the Empire. They are learning that humans are clever, patient, and brave. Our mission is a success in demonstrating that. Continue vigilance, and we will return to Earth with knowledge that will ensure our species is never underestimated again. The crew nodded, united in their purpose. The Daehan continued its silent journey, gathering intelligence and avoiding detection. Every move was precise, every action deliberate. The humans' presence alone sent a powerful message to the galaxy. Earth was no longer a primitive world, and humanity had arrived on the galactic stage. The Empire had been warned, and the galaxy would soon understand that humans were a force to be reckoned with. Their courage, intelligence, and unity were unmatched, and the humans' reputation would grow with every successful maneuver, reshaping the balance of power across the stars. The Galactic Empire's fleets had gathered, finally realizing the presence of the human warship Daehan near their capital systems. Admiral Kiro paced in the command center, frustration and fear etched across his face. "How can a single ship evade all our fleets?" he demanded. His officers scrambled, trying to adjust tactics and sensors to track the elusive humans. Captain Daeho Kim aboard the Daehan remained calm. The crew had anticipated this moment, and they were ready. "All stations, prepare for observation and potential engagement. Stay alert but do not fire unless necessary," he instructed. Lieutenant Suman Park adjusted the ship's course, guiding it through asteroid belts and dense nebulae to maintain stealth while positioning strategically. Engineer Min-suk Lee monitored power and shields, ensuring that the Daehan could handle any sudden confrontations. Communications Officer Hae-jin Kim intercepted transmissions from the Empire's fleet, analyzing their formations and preparing countermeasures. The humans were small in number, but their intelligence and preparation made them formidable. Admiral Kiro ordered the Empire's fleets to concentrate fire and block all possible escape routes. The humans had forced the Empire to rethink centuries of assumptions about Earth. Council members whispered among themselves, fear spreading as reports of the humans' capabilities reached them. The outer colonies were starting to notice the chaos in the Empire's command, and rumors of Earth's warship spread rapidly. The Daehan approached the central systems, moving carefully to avoid detection. Daeho addressed the crew. "This is the moment. Our goal is not destruction, but demonstration. We will show the galaxy that humans are clever, courageous, and united. Prepare for evasive maneuvers if necessary." Suman nodded, adjusting navigation paths to exploit gaps in the Empire's patrols. The first contact occurred when an Empire scout detected a faint energy signature. The fleet fired scans repeatedly, but each attempt failed to locate the Daehan. Daeho watched the holographic displays, calm and focused. "They are trying, but they cannot find us. Remain on course. The galaxy will see our capabilities without us initiating conflict." The crew worked in unison, executing maneuvers with precision and confidence. Admiral Kiro grew increasingly frustrated. "Increase all scanning ranges. They cannot hide from us forever." His officers struggled to maintain composure as the humans' warship remained undetected. The Daehan moved like a shadow, silent and unstoppable. The human strategy was simple yet effective. Intelligence, discipline, and courage. Inside the Daehan, Min-suk monitored energy systems, ensuring shields and engines remained optimal. Hae-jin continued decoding enemy transmissions, gathering invaluable data. Suman guided the ship with steady hands, weaving through nebula clouds and asteroid belts. Captain Daeho observed the galaxy beyond, feeling pride in the crew and the people they represented. Humans had arrived in the galactic stage, underestimated no longer. The Empire's fleet attempted aggressive maneuvers, trying to corner the Daehan. Each attempt failed as the humans anticipated and countered with strategy. Daeho addressed his crew. "Observe their formations, learn their strategies, but maintain our distance. Humanity's strength lies not only in our ships but in our mind and unity. Today, we show the galaxy that Earth is a force to be reckoned with. The crew nodded, their resolve unwavering. Time passed in tense anticipation. The Dehan sensors captured vital intelligence, mapping the Empire's fleets and tactics. Every move demonstrated the humans' ingenuity and discipline. The outer colonies began sending signals of curiosity and tentative admiration. The humans were not only surviving, they were reshaping perceptions across the galaxy. Admiral Kiro realized the situation was slipping beyond control. Humans had proven that their technology, strategy, and courage could challenge even the mightiest fleets. He ordered a withdrawal of some ships, hoping to regroup and rethink engagement plans. Panic and doubt had begun to seep into the Empire's ranks, and the humans' warship had become a symbol of defiance. The Dehan, still undetected, moved toward safer sectors to complete their mission. Captain Deho addressed the crew one last time. We have shown that humans are clever, brave, and united. The galaxy has seen what we can do without firing a single shot. Remember this moment. We are the beginning of humanity's true presence among the stars. The crew felt pride and determination, understanding the historical importance of their actions. As the Dehan returned toward Earth, they observed transmissions across the galaxy. The Empire's fleets were regrouping, shaken and wary. Outer colonies discussed Earth's capabilities, and whispers of respect and fear spread. Humans had entered the galaxy not just as a primitive world, but as a force capable of intelligence, strategy, and courage. Captain Deho looked at the stars beyond, feeling the weight of the mission's success. The crew had executed every maneuver with precision, demonstrating that humans were clever, patient, and brave. Humanity had been underestimated for centuries, but now the galaxy had been warned. The calm before the storm had passed, and humans had arrived, ready to shape their place among the stars. The Dehan continued its journey, a symbol of human ingenuity and perseverance. The mission had succeeded beyond expectations, leaving the Empire humbled and the galaxy curious. Humanity's reputation was no longer small or weak. It had grown powerful, clever, and respected. Captain Deho and his crew had shown that through intelligence, courage, and unity, humans could challenge even the mightiest forces in the galaxy. Earth's presence was now known, and the humans' future among the stars had begun.